and the keys to our success have been partnering with the school districts and the staff, and really building that relationship so we can find the proper teachers, office manager, and just school personnel overall. And again, that kind of comes with all of our programs that we've run, after school programs, this particular model from Bell Excel. But as we all know, the program is going to go, and your partnerships are going to go, and everything has to work together to really make a successful program work. So we're excited about it. We have found that, how do we attract the students, and how do we find the right people to fit in the program? And again, working with the principals and the school districts to really find the right people to be in the program. And I say that because this is a particular program where you need to be dedicated, and you need to be there for the whole 5 weeks to make this program really work. So part of it is, interviewing and working with the families to find out, are you going to be around? Can you dedicate every day for the next 5 weeks to this program? And one of the things that we found, which is most exciting, was these kids come to you in day 1 or 2, and they're very, very unsure of what's going on. Trust is earned with these people. And it's interesting because as we start to really work with them, we realize early on that they spend a lot of time with their family and at home. And that's basically it. So when they go out into public and find these new programs, they really need to see what's going on and trust you. And one of the things that's been so exciting for us, just quickly, is we watch these kids after week 1, and quickly we establish relationships with both, and it's critical, with both family and student. And what's amazing is at the end of this program, and again, it's only 5 weeks, these kids are wanting to become teachers, doctors, principals, and the first couple days of class, they won't even talk to you. So the program itself and the model is unbelievably successful. The education, as I mentioned earlier, it's proven. These kids will gain academic growth, both in reading and math. So it's truly an amazing program. The downside of it is you need to recruit early, as you see on the slide. We're way out in a timeline where we're almost year-round recruiting for this, but you can see some of the stuff on the slide. I'm not going to read it all to you, but we start to encourage them to use second quarter testing to kind of find the right students to nominate. You do want to make sure you have the students that are falling behind and really fit the right criteria to be in the program. Both, again, finding them to fit the criteria and be able to commit to the full program. It's difficult for a lot of people to stick around for 5 weeks. Some do have things to do and they can't, or transportation's an issue. So we've found that we have found schools and picked schools located in an area that they can easily access. We have found that they are much more apt to go to their own school. Again, it's that comfort zone. So I think really working with the families and trying to meet them where they are enhances our program and the quality and the outcomes of the program. So I'm gonna stop, I think, there, Brenda, and kind of open it back up to you, and I'm here for questions. So as we kind of move through this, we'll see what kind of time we have. Is that all right?
Perfect. Yeah, thank you, Ronnie. So if you would move to the next slide, Alexis, just a couple more tips that we'll share from our perspective as a national technical assistance provider. And some of these tips will be very relevant for you right now. Others, might be in your head for next summer, as Ronnie was just sharing that timeline of recruiting early. You may be past the recruitment phase now. You may be toward the how do I get people to show up and keep showing up on day 1. And so one of the things that I wanted to highlight is just around consistency and being very, very consistent in how you reach out to families and the cadence with which you reach out to families. And so much of what Patty said really resonated with me about trust. Building trust and building relationships is absolutely critical. And there are some people that families might naturally trust sooner than others because perhaps they have a pre-existing relationship. So with some of our partners, principals, teachers, guidance counselors, family liaisons. People who already have an ongoing relationship with families are often the best messengers to reach out and invite them to the summer program, to remind them about the first day, to build excitement about what's ahead. I actually have some partners this summer that created some videos previewing field trips they might take, whether those field trips are on-site or virtual, previewing activities they would be involved in, hearing a personal message from a teacher, and they're texting those videos out to families, sharing those videos on social media so that people can really start to get excited about what they can expect this summer. This has been, a year like no other. And even just having the opportunity to build relationships again, to engage with people, whether virtually or in person, is an exciting thing for a lot of kids. And so our recommendation is always make sure that you are at least communicating with kids and families 3 times leading up to the summer program. So you need to confirm enrollment. You need to confirm key details with families and kids, like transportation, where to show up on day 1. You need to build some excitement about here's what you might expect. And then immediately the day before the program, make sure you're also reaching out and confirming, tomorrow's the big day. We can't wait to see you. And then our recommendation is to make sure that at least weekly, families are hearing from a staff member at the program about what's going on that week, and personal contact is the best way. Make it a phone call, follow it up with a text. Think about the ways that your families are used to getting messages from programs or from schools and stick to those ways, right? So like, I know that my school with my kids, I will get an email, I will get a text alerting me to the email, and I will get a voicemail, and they all come at the same time. And that's really comforting to me because I know that those are the things that are going to happen when I'm getting a message from the school. So think about those natural ways that you're already connecting with families. Are they part of your social media community? And use those avenues.